cowbell's the best part.
Oh, yeah. Biggest problem in the universe.
Oh, welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from turkeys going free to Wayfair conspiracies. Fucked it up. I'm your host, Dick Masterson. Joining me as always is Vito Links.
Yeah, Dick.
What's up, buddy?
Excited.
You are?
Yes.
Me too. You know what I love the most? My favorite part of podcasting is podcasting over the Thanksgiving break when downloads cut by like 20%. But you can't give 80%.
Yeah,
you still have to give 100%, even though no matter what, downloads will be chopped off right at the wiener.
That's interesting. I thought over Christmas break, it seems like don't downloads go up or no?
No. Wouldn't you think so? I think because people are out of their routine.
Yeah,
things get skipped.
Well,
whatever.
It seems like for YouTube views around Christmas, I usually get a big surge of people just sitting around watching stupid YouTube videos all day long.
Maybe that's what I need. To do it.
Maybe podcasts are more of a drive time commute type thing.
You can't listen to my girlfriend tried to get me into a podcast that she listens to.
Yeah, you can't listen to a podcast.
Are you on crack? I'm not. She keeps pitching. I'm like, I hear you soft selling this. How did it get made? But there's no way in hell I'm listening to it. I like that you like it.
I'm glad you have found something you like.
Yeah, I appreciate the audience of any podcast, but I'm just not doing it. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, would you like to hear the political canonizations from last week?
God damn it.
You got to start bringing in some fire here.
You know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
For the website, you should color code whose problem is which. Because I'm still pretty high up. I think I have the top two problems.
All right, I'll look into that.
I think it would be interesting is to see how many dick problems and veto problems scattered around, guest problems.
Yeah.
Might be interesting.
I'll get with the dev boys on that and see what we can do.
Because I always go and I check. I'm like, how many do I have in the top 10? And I'm like, well, I'm still doing pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, because you remember.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can count. What is the score in the top 10? Yours?
I think it's actually 5-5 right now.
But go vote up my number 11 and 12, everybody.
No. But
Whatever it is.
I think I have number 1 and number 2 with woke marketing.
God damn it.
Chinese apologies are both. Apologies.
Damn it.
Are both hot.
How about a Chinese apology of not naming the virus the Xi virus?
Oh, no. I saw that.
I'm so happy.
That really is just more. Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear every right wing.
It's the Z virus.
It actually is the Xi virus. Like a strip club fucking announcer.
I skipped right over it. I don't know why we got to name stuff. I guess they're just going through the alphabet.
Yeah.
But they do that with hurricanes. They go through the alphabet, but it's all women's names.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's not men's names, too?
Irene, Hurricane, Katrina.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I remember seeing one time.
Because women will destroy your life.
Yeah. Well, I remember one time they were like, this is racist because why are all the worst hurricanes named like black names? And you're like, that's not what it is. It's just going through. Yeah.
There's no Hurricane Anthony.
I think it was before Irene.
There's no Hurricane
Katrina.
Destiny.
Yeah. Hurricane Shaquanda is coming through to Takaquanisha. Those are coming.
Hurricane Michelle.
Yes.
Obama.
Hurricane Karen will take you out.
Pedophile, P-file conspiracies, symbol conspiracies came in second.
Yeah. As we were discussing before the show, that is our first age-restricted video on YouTube. Thanks.
Whoops.
Not allowed to talk about it, so maybe it is a conspiracy.
That's a conspiracy.
That's a conspiracy right there. If you would let us just talk about it, people wouldn't think there was a conspiracy.
Yeah. Presidential turkey pardons and then domain squatters, which I cannot believe. That's the worst problem.
I think people, I guess maybe people are limited how many people are buying domains.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But for those of us who have, endeavored in life to make things.
Who are creators all day, every day, trying to give you people a little bit of joy with something that comes from our heart and soul.
Yeah.
That's what we run into all the time. Like cakeshitter.com.
We run into guys who aren't creative finding ways to exploit us somehow.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, I don't know how to make or create anything, but I know how to make it harder for you to do that.
Exactly.
And you can give me money to lower those barriers.
Fucking capitalism, man. That's classic capitalism.
It's a thing.
Classic capitalism, a global, singular governing body that charges an arbitrary fee to large corporations that they assign first access to get these classic capitalism.
When am I going to be able to trade my Flirk stick? When is that coming?
I think you can do it on Mintable.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
How many did you get?
I got 3.
I would have had none 4. Of them look like you, though.
One of them kind of does.
One of them kind of does. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, it looks way more like Frank Hassel, so I want to get rid of that one because I don't like that guy.
Oh, no. Okay, we got to have him on. George Dufresne says, we are the Vito Files. Hear us roar. Deuterini Rosarito says, haha, oof, when you tune into The Biggest Problem and Dick starts making fun of you. Oh, man. Someone kill me, please. Well, sorry.
Good callback to, I saw that comment.
Carrie Grove says, armchair mechanics. Hey, Dick, what's up, buddy? I'm a week late on this, but fuck armchair mechanics. I don't know anything about cars. I just found out that if you fill your wiper fluid when it's completely empty, the jug fits it perfectly. How about that? Woman mechanicking right there. But people, especially that one rather rotund woman in the group, always tell me about how empowering it would be to change a tire myself. Why? Isn't it the same feeling to be able to pay someone to do this monkey work for me? We don't say the same thing about cutting our own hair.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. Women should be like empowered by cutting their own hair.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's all about changing a fucking tire. Right?
I mean, it's nice to be able to change a tire.
Cooking's empowering too, sweetheart. And it's more complicated than changing a tire.
Yeah. Changing a tire is actually pretty darn simple.
Don't get attention from guys, though.
Yeah.
Could be change the tire. So why just the car thing? I accept Vito's apology, and he's grown on me, but I will never be associated with the Vito Files. Oh, what the fuck?
See, that's what I was saying. It's a contentious...
Who cares what this chick thinks?
I don't know, man.
Love the show, Dick. It's a blast from the past, and it makes me my week. Oh, I thought you said it makes me weak.
Weak in the knees.
Yeah, that would have been better.
For joining the Vito File army.
Okay, so is it my turn to go first?
Dick, it's your turn as the winner.
Here we go.
You,
okay, here's my problem. Here's my first problem.
Yeah.
Cash bail. Oh man. Do you know what cash bail is?
I do know what cash bail is.
It's a little bit fucked up when you think about it.
Yeah. Did you say I tweeted about that earlier this week?
No. What did you? Fill me in on your tweets.
Oh,
that's what I liked. When I go to my parents for Thanksgiving, we're like, hey, all right,
let's tweeting about.
Fill everybody in on our tweets, everybody. Let's go around the table and give me your hot takes this week.
Well, because I saw that Waukesha, a driver, I've been told that's how you pronounce that. The guy drove into a parade.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, well, that's why, you got to have higher bail for these guys. And they're letting people pay money to get out of prison. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
The problem is not. Like, cash bail is still bad. Like, they just really fucked it up in this situation, and that guy shouldn't have been let out for any reason.
Well, kind of. Yeah, but go ahead. Okay.
Well, what do you call it? I mean, here in L.A., we have that guy who just took over, and he's getting rid of cash bail.
Gascon, something like that? Yeah.
Which makes sense, because why, if you kill somebody, I don't care how much money you have.
We have CCTV everywhere.
Yeah.
Your ass is found. You can't leave. This isn't Red Dead Redemption 2 anymore.
You're not gonna skip bail
which is earlier. Like, you don't need to pony up a fucking sawbuck, so we can get you to stay, and so you can't shoe your horse to ride out of town, right? And you change your identity by just like blurting out the first things you see. Oh, cactus. Pants. My name's Cactus Pants.
Jake McTafferty.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Where is this area we're in called? We don't know if it's Mexico or Arizona, actually. So, you want to be the sheriff? Yeah. I'm the law now.
Yeah.
This is the year 2021 where everything sucks.
Yeah, and everything's tracked everywhere.
From space.
Right.
Your phone is tracked constantly.
It's true. We have satellites.
If you send a dick pic anywhere on this planet, the CIA will kick in the door or uncover the rock of Patrick Starr's house that you're hiding out in.
Yeah.
What were you saying about this case?
Well, just the idea that this guy probably shouldn't have been let out for any reason. But yeah, so the people are saying like, well, his bail should have been higher. Well, no, he just should not have.
Well, how high
bail.
should it have been? Infinity?
Yeah, like
what do you mean?
What amount of money would you want him back on the street?
So
exactly?
Enough that he doesn't have. Like, well, that's infinity. That's the point, you asshole. So let me give you a little bit of background for that. I'm going to read you some stats too, because they're a little bit more, a little bit high concept, high IQ argument than this one fucking guy. So he got that low bail the first time because they couldn't give him a speedy trial. He went in there and said, hey, I'd like you guys to try me. I don't really feel like sitting in prison as innocent for like a year, like you guys have everybody else. So is there anything we can do about that? And they said, okay, not instead of 10 grand, you got to pay 1,000. Done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Then he comes back again. So the real reason that he's out is because the government can't just try people. How long does it take?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, how long? If you cannot put people on trial for violent crimes, maybe stop prosecuting some of the non-violent crimes until you get this case locked on.
Dick, you're making a little too much
sense
now.
No more drugs. No more fucking domestic whatevers that you got. No more child support shit. How about you just work these violent criminals through the system so they can be in jail and in jail until they're rehabilitated.
Dick, you don't understand. The marijuana he had a street value of $2 million.
This is unbelievable.
We need to put all those guys in a line and keep clogging up the courts.
Well, he shouldn't have been able to pay bail. No, try his ass.
Right.
Because he's guilty. Send him to fucking jail.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? We got to keep him in jail for longer. No. Do the fucking trial. You know.
Yeah.
The reason that how long do you, if you need longer than like 2 weeks to prepare, I don't care what case you have, you're not winning. Right?
Especially a lot of these cases where you're right, we have all the information, like all the January 6th, whatever the hell, and the
innocent,
the QAnon shaman guy. Well, whatever amount of information you want against him, it's like, well, it's all on video. You have all the videos.
You're not getting any fucking silver bullet.
Yeah. And then they just let him rot in prison for like a full year before they finally...
Here's the stats.
Go through and do the thing.
And these should be a little bit staggering, you know. I mean, I think everyone understands where cash bail came from. 1600s. We don't want this guy running away, so you can pony up.
Yeah, it's to keep you in town.
Fucking sterling and here. But then as it grew, it turned into
to make money.
Yeah, exactly. It turned into, well, your buddy can pony up the $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, well, actually, Dog the Bounty Hunter can give us. We're going to make it $10,000. Dog will pony up the 10 grand. You pay him 1,000, and then he'll come kick your ass. If you don't show up.
Yeah.
Oh, you fixed it.
System.
So I can afford 1,000. So instead of me just giving it to you, I'm giving it to Dog. You've created the industry of Dog the fucking Bounty Hunter. Thanks a lot, government.
That's how they get you.
3 out of every 5 people in U.S. jails today have not been convicted of a crime. That's nearly 500,000 people sitting in jail. Despite the fact that they're legally innocent, they just can't afford to get out.
Yeah, well, that's
they're innocent, right?
Anybody who's caught on a non-violent crime, if it's a drug crime, no, but you should not be in jail at all. There should be the worst you should be able to get is a fine. You know, why do we need to crowd up the prisons with this? Doesn't matter.
But any violent crime, judge can say no bail.
Yeah, sure.
Like this guy, judge says $5 million bail. You think, why? What? What do you?
Why
is that like a dare?
Yeah, I dare you to raise $5 million. Oh shit, he did it.
Is that like a dare for Seth Rogen to step in and start fucking shelling out sausage party bucks?
He fucking loves criminals. Apparently,
you know what? $5 million. Like, what is? Are you? Is this like a bit that you're doing? Just saying no bail.
Right.
I don't understand. I don't understand these sick people.
Yeah, it is like a weird little game. Like, yeah, you could just name any number at that point. You know that guy doesn't have 5 million.
Yeah. There's been a 433% increase in the use of pretrial detention between 1970 and 2015. So over the last, 50 years? 400%? I think crime's gone down a lot since then.
Yeah.
But we're keeping people in.
Well, so your solution is violent crime, you stay in until you get a trial, which we have to make the trials happen faster.
I mean, if there's an attempted murder, like if somebody's on it, and it's
like a bar fight, you can probably let a guy back on the street.
Yeah, with some money.
That's the thing about the cash bails. It's like you look at it and you're like, is this guy really at, a chance of reoffending or whatever? I'd say the guy who hit a bunch of people with his car, like, yeah, this guy's a maniac. We don't know what he's going to do.
So I brought in these 2 studies. I don't know if this audience cares for studies, but we go back to what is the main point of this, which is to keep people from skipping trial, right?
Yeah.
And the question is, well, does the 10 grand, would it stop you from leaving or
Right.
not? Are you going to come back for your 10,000? Like, people don't just up and leave areas. You know? It's kind of remarkable when they do.
Yeah.
Whether it was a 10,000 or 5 million or whatever. So crazy. They got like Dog the Bounty Hunter. This is his job, and doing his job usually involves driving like 3 miles and asking 3 or 4 people where this guy is.
Yeah.
That's the risk of flight that's involved here. And he's the one making, he's the one ponying up 10 times the dough.
Yeah.
A February study from the University of Pennsylvania and George Mason found that the elimination of cash bail for dozens of offenses in Philadelphia had zero effect on court appearance rates. I got another one here. The use, another report in 2013 Colorado study that reviewed 2,000 cases found no difference in court appearance rates between people who were ordered to pay before their release and people who were instead told to pay only if they failed to show up for court. So that makes sense.
It's kind of weird how like stupid and lazy our criminals are.
Well,
like why don't they
criminals?
Yeah. But like it's kind of like, well, how come more of them don't try to like, change towns or something? It's like, just don't feel like going through the whole. I'll just go to.
They got like a reputation here.
Yeah. Like, because anytime I've thought about it, I'm like, man, if I was ever on the hook for like a murder or something like that, like I'm gonna try and get on some sort of steamboat, take it across the Atlantic Ocean
to China.
You never look up.
You're gonna learn how to speak Chinese.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give apologies all day until Master Z lets me come in and be part of the glorious.
You're not going to just go to Mexico?
There's a list of countries that don't have extradition, but they're all not Thailand anymore. I think Thailand for a while it was.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know if they do it anymore.
Yeah.
I started looking it up. I'm like, that doesn't look like a terrible place to live. Maybe it is Thailand.
So you would skip if you were wanted for
if
murder,
I was wanted
and you were a murderer, let's say. You actually did it.
Or if I knew there was like for some reason like I'd been framed, but the evidence against me was very good.
Like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Stephen Avery.
Oh, was Stephen Avery the Making a Murderer guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Framed as shit.
Like a Kyle Rittenhouse. Well, I guess Rittenhouse had a good reason to stay in the country.
And he was still in jail for like 90 days?
Yeah.
Some broke-ass kid?
Yeah.
How do you not look at that and go like, I mean, yeah, okay,
what's he going to fucking do? I didn't realize that.
$2 million? Just make it infinity.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're turning him into a telethon. It makes no sense that I got like the minimum. I do everything off the minimum wage, right? Like a speeding ticket. See how much of that guy's life that speeding ticket costs compared to like a rich guy.
Yeah, that's a good point. It should be based on the minimum wage.
10 grand for a rich, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Makes no sense.
Some poor guy.
Some countries, the value of the fine is determined by your income. So if you get a speeding ticket, they look at your income for the year and times it by whatever multiplier.
Let's not do that. Don't put any ideas in.
Well, like some billionaire got a speeding ticket and it ended up being some absurd
90 grand.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a good. That's
not a good system.
Just stop doing the speeding limit.
Well, you're the one arguing against cash bail, which seems to benefit.
Eliminate it.
Yeah.
Not make it a percentage. Just get rid of it. No more cat. It doesn't matter. Like some rich, like you're not going to be able to find Elon Musk if he murders Grimes and then takes off.
Yeah.
You know? Like someone will recognize him.
I know when Suge Knight got arrested, he didn't have enough for the bail. And you're like, well, that's not fair.
Yeah, where's he going to go?
Yeah.
Everybody knows him.
Good old Suge. He got put away.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he got I don't know how much he's serving right now.
That's too bad.
When you beat like one murder charge, you're supposed to stop.
Murdering?
Yeah.
Why? That would just embolden you.
No, it's
I'll just do the murder in the same way.
At that point. You got all the street cred the first time around.
Of the 740,000 people currently in jails across the country, 2/3 have not been convicted of. I already said that one. In 32 counties. Oh, this is in California. 6,000 people are jailed longer than a year without. You're a year in jail?
Yeah.
Because you can't pay the money? This is horrible. That's just
you should get
sitting in jail and it's not definitively you're guilty. It's just so sickening to me.
Every month you spend in jail should be like $10,000 towards your bail. So if your bail's like $100,000, it's all right, 10 months, and then you know.
I think the judges will figure out a way around that.
So does the state keep any bail money at this point? Or only if you flee?
They keep it if you flee. So
but otherwise,
basically, it's
they get
just
nothing.
a loan
Yeah.
for everybody because it doesn't affect, according to these stats, it doesn't affect one way or the other.
Great. What
Just
a
get 'em-
system.
Put him in prison for real. How about
Yeah.
that? Not like half-assed credit card
Right.
prison, right? Oh, there's cash bail. Cash bail's right. No, it's not cash bail. It's because they didn't try him and convict him of something he did
Yeah.
and put him in jail for years.
Yeah, the
That's
people
the
are
problem.
saying, cash bail is the reason these guys get out. It's like, no, dude, like they just need to, if he's violent and dangerous, as this guy seems to have,
Then it's no bail.
yeah.
It's real. It's not like an amount. The amount of money is not the issue here,
Right.
you dumb fuck.
It's very bizarre.
Should have been higher. Why?
Yeah.
$1,000 is hard for some people to come up with.
It should have been higher. No, they just should not have let him out, probably. But they let him out after they didn't give him a speedy trial. That you kind of have to be like, well, you can't keep him there forever.
Where were you on that one, guys?
Yeah, that's on your fault for not trying him. You should have been tried of a crime and put in prison for it.
I think it'd be fun to go on the lam.
I don't think it would be fun. I think
You
it's
don't think it would be
probably
fun?
end up like that Brian Laundrie guy.
Killing
running.
yourself?
Yeah.
What a waste, dude.
Yeah.
That guy wasted such an awesome opportunity to like really test his mettle in wilderness
Keep running.
survival.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep running, leave little clues for dog.
Right.
Like point him the wrong way. Get like really into, crypto
Yeah.
and install like Temple OS and communicate with him.
I don't think Temple OS was going to help him too much, but
These guys, they're just not in the right mindset.
No, you got to be like, I have a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's not the best opportunity, but
Yeah.
I could try to be one of those legendary DB Cooper type guys who just disappears and then forever.
That's my dream.
Your legacy is to be your dream is to be a DB Cooper type.
Yeah. Like OJ, he just ran for a little bit.
Whitey Bulger, who they eventually got, sadly.
Was that a guy who was running?
Whitey Bulger was the guy The Departed was based on, the Boston. I don't know if it's mob or whatever, but he was also working for the FBI as an informant.
Well, that's my problem.
Cash bail.
Cash bail.
I'm right there.
It affects poor people, whatever, but it keeps a lot of people in prison.
There's a lot of prison issues.
And then the kids are causing crime. You know what I'm saying? The dads are locked up. The kids are out there, and another baby child is born.
We still need that replacement dad system we talked about, where if your dad gets locked up, the state has to provide you with a temporary dad.
Yeah.
I think that's only fair. The kid didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Dick, yesterday was Thanksgiving, a time to remember the origins of this great country. Where we met the Native Americans and shared a meal of turkey, mashed potatoes, and corn, which they called, of course, maize. I don't know why we all know that, but we do.
That's obviously bullshit, right?
Bullshit that they called it maize?
Well, no, pilgrims like killed an Indian village. Hey, let's eat all their shit.
They might have had like one. I think the Native Americans showed them, some of their ways and some of their food
At
stuff.
gunpoint, yeah.
Well, as
there should be a Grand Theft Auto, like 1492, 17, whatever year it is, 1600, Roanoke, GTA, Roanoke.
I always wanted to play that Assassin's Creed set during the American Revolution, Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, yeah.
You get to do the tea party. Point is, Dick, some people do not enjoy that holiday as much. And they say it, reflects the rape and pillage of the indigenous communities, which they claim were basically utopias.
Oh, yeah.
In this Native American society, there was no rape. There was no murder. Everyone held hands and danced beneath their sun god. And it was a time of plenty and magic. Well, I hate to tell you this, but that's a myth. Something we call the myth of the noble savage. And that is my problem here today.
Noble savage.
The myth.
The myth of the noble savage.
Yes.
All right. Myth of the noble savage. Okay.
Now, we've kind of idealized the Native American and other cultures, the Mayan tribes, maybe whatever, but
who were the worst?
Who were just terrible,
very, very bad, very bad.
Yeah, I mean, as I was
rivers of blood, torturing children, bad.
As I was going through trying to collect what these cultures have done, you're like, that one. Yeah, I know that Native American. I kept thinking of that commercial with the Native Americans crying because of all the pollution on the highway, and I'm like, that motherfucker doesn't care. He's thinking about what baby he could kill or murder or whatever else.
The Mayan priests mammaries were like the Nazi doctor experiments, but then they would do it again.
Yeah.
It's how like, well, let's just check our work and do it a couple more times.
I tried to limit myself to the Native Americans because, again, there's just so much. Like, the Mayans, of course, were cutting off heads, sending them down the temple steps. But just because it is an American holiday, let's look at the Native Americans. Did you know that there is unequivocal evidence that the American Indians practiced cannibalism?
Sure.
There are sites that contain human bones, as many as 40 sites. Those bones show distinctive evidence of having been butchered and cooked. Now, for the longest time, people said, well, this was, just some tribalistic, witch doctor stuff. It's not like they actually ate people. Well, unfortunately, they found preserved pieces of human excrement with human protein inside this preserved excrement. Which means the Native Americans.
I kind of think, now that you say it, I think Indigenous People Day is based.
It kind of could be if they just embraced it. Like, we were bloodthirsty maniacs and you guys came and ruined all our fun.
Cool.
Yeah, that would be a whole thing. I mean,
like Halloween times 2.
Yeah. Well, you have these people. I mean, I have a quote here from Kate Kelly, verified Twitter. She put out this tweet. Rape did not exist among Native nations prior to white contact.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Rape did not exist is what she is claiming. This is a
how is that possible?
That's not possible at all. As I looked up the practice of
rape.
Yeah,
well, look up rapestory.
Well, it would be just bride thievery,
rapestory.
where if you were like the lowest guy in the tribe and you couldn't attract a woman, you would just take one and rape the shit out of her, and they go, "Well, that's your wife now." I mean, you've made it official. Congratulations.
Yeah, rape was kind of like a self-limiting crime before. Like entitlements exist. It's like, well, that's your kid. I mean, you got to deal with her now. It's up to you what you want to do.
There's so much. I mean, what is the worst thing, obviously, about American history?
Federal Reserve.
No, motherfuckers.
It's like slavery for everybody.
Well, yes.
Slavery for black people is bad, but slavery for all races is much worse.
Slavery is, they had slaves like crazy. Not only would they have captives who were taken in warfare, who would then become slaves to that tribe, but when we brought black slavery over to America, the Native Americans were like, well, can we get in on this? The Cherokees had
I've heard this,
as many as 1,600 slaves, up to 4,000 slaves by the 1860s. So it's not like these peaceful, we love the earth people and, we never did anything wrong. They were slaving it up with the best of them.
So really you're saying that Native Americans are basically white people on the inside.
They want
White men, excuse me.
All the stuff they accuse us of being warmongers and rapists and slavers.
They were doing that too.
I'm just saying that's not unique to us. It's everybody wants to do it and will do it given the opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, of course, scalping was a very real practice. That's the biggest thing. If you want to get really into it, I mean, we're talking about what Christopher Columbus did to these guys. Mm-hmm. What they were doing is almost possibly worse.
Yeah, he did it with style, at least. He had that hat, the plush robe, right? That's the problem, because he was a supervillain.
Well, I was reading an article, the Lone Ranger with Tonto, and People were mad because Tonto's a Comanche Indian, and what do you call it? Johnny Depp played him, and they're like, "Oh, white man, taking a portrayal of the Comanche Indian, the proud Comanche Indian." And you're like, this is a cultural appropriation. You're like, I don't think you guys want the culture that he's appropriating. Do you know about the Comanche Indians, Dick? No. These were the dominant tribe on the southern Great Plains in the 18th and 19th century. Known as the Lord of the Plains, known perhaps most notably for their inventive tortures.
Yeah, okay. So they were the jigsaw?
They were the jigsaw of the Native Americans, basically.
What is this girl's deal? Like, what is this what liberals think? Like, that they just need to put brown people in a zoo and then they'll be like, great. And they'll just go back to like farming and shit, like little peoples. They really think that, don't they? They really think that like an agrarian society is necessarily peaceful and not terrifying all day, every day, and at the brisk of famine and war and rape and death.
They don't want to realize that, like, it was way worse than what they really think, like, yeah, we just, everybody was like hippies and
you have 9 kids and half of them die.
Yeah.
Why do you think
and
that
the ones
is?
that don't die either become slaves for a warring tribe or get raped to death or endure Comanche torture.
Like there was a day when somebody said, you know what? We should make rape illegal.
Yeah.
And that was a big problem, right?
You know who might have said that? Probably a white guy. Probably a white guy.
I don't want to.
At some point,
A lot of people probably said it. Like,
Sure.
it would be nice if we got around to making rape illegal.
Right.
But I'm about to get killed.
I'll say in America,
by this guy.
at least, I assume a white man came up with that law. I assume that, these white men that we hate so much have tried to guide society towards some form of not insane barbarism and war, which has existed since the dawn of time.
Every guy came up to it to some extent.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you're not raping me.
Right.
You're not raping my wife or my kids. But then the more that it grew, like, man, my jurisdiction is getting a little weak as it grows out. So
it's this insane, like, it is more racist to assume that Native Americans are like peaceful little, pets. That you were like, oh, if we just let them alone, they would have just played like puppies in the sun. Like, no, they're human beings like you and I. They have the exact same desires and impulses and emotions. Like, you're trying to other them to say that, oh, they're special. They're like little magical woodland creatures. No, dude, the Native Americans and all these other tribes and blacks and whites and everything under the sun, we're all the same fucked thing. So it is more racist to assume that, oh, the tribes, existed in this era of boundless happiness and peace.
How do they explain Africa?
Just acknowledge. They don't. That's the thing. They just ignored the reality.
They've been left alone.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing there.
I mean, this article I
uranium
found
and diamonds.
The cannibalism is like, this is going to make a lot of people really unhappy. And it's like, yeah, well, why though? Why don't you just accept, like, obviously in absence of like an organized hierarchy of law and prisons and whatever, as fucked as those might be, I hate to say it, it's far preferable to like, I might just get killed today by some asshole and there's no repercussion whatsoever because we barely have like a decent language to communicate this nonsense. I do want to talk about what the Comanche would do, Dick. They would roast captive American and Mexican soldiers to death over open fires. Some were castrated and scalped while alive. The most agonizing Comanche tortures involved burying captives up to the chin and cutting off their eyelids so their eyes would be seared by the burning sun before they starved to death.
I mean, that's so much energy. Like if I was tasked
to just
with
put
that,
a guy in jail. I feel like that's
I'm just gonna. All right, I'm gonna say that I did all that stuff. Dude, don't worry. I'm just gonna cut your head off. Like I'm not doing all that shit.
I'm gonna go back and tell them I cut off your eyelids and all. It's too much work.
It's like building a model, right?
Yeah.
Like a glue with the like a race car model. Cutting your eyelids off, and he's all screaming and wiggling around.
Yeah, and you're like,
I can't even get my dog eye drops.
Let alone cut off his eyelids.
Let alone cut off some guy's eyelids. He's screaming. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Just get him out of here.
They would also stake male captives out spread eagle and naked over a red ant bed, sometimes after cutting off their private parts, putting them in the man's mouth and sewing his lips together. And Dick, you'll like this. Women were usually in charge of the torture process.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's how they came up with all these wonderful things. I mean, again, you can. They've gone looking. This idea that there was no war or anything. They've dug up mass grave sites and there's just arrow wounds and hatchet marks on all the bones. These people for a period of thousands of years were just murdering the shit out of each other,
and they just don't like hearing that, or.
Well, they just want to imagine that we lived in this perfect. Society. It's always this like belief that like everything was perfect before your kind came along. It's their own kind of racism in a way.
It's Christianity that did this.
Yeah,
it's made people think that like the Garden of Eden existed before the devil came in and corrupted them with technology.
Yeah,
like, no, man, it's hard.
There has never been a period of like 100% human bliss and happiness.
It's because they don't know how anything happens. That's why. Like, where did the water come from? I don't know. Just come out of a magical fucking mountain spring water. Like, no, there's fucking trillions of dollars of infrastructure that it takes to get it there.
They just make these. Again, and a lot of it is like these romantic or these white scholars and writers and stuff who kind of romanticize the idea of this noble savage. This is an actual term, the myth of the noble savage, that came along because there were some. I don't know if they were writers or philosophers who were like, man exists normally in a state of bliss and happiness, and it's only when we, try to add to society and control it, that's where war and all this shit comes from. And you're like, no, war comes from when you want to fuck a chick, but the other bigger guy is already fucking her, so you build a fucking hatchet and you kill that guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's where all that comes from. It's not, we didn't invent it for funsies because we're white and evil.
Yeah.
Like, it's super weird, and just they must know it's wrong, right?
Yeah, but it's like, well, okay, you have some food there, I have some food there. I don't really want to go out and looking for food tomorrow. So when you sleep, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know this. You're like, all right, well, we got to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Tell your buddy, hey, you stay up. Because when I fall asleep, he's going to kill him. And I'm like, oh, shit.
There's a very nice berry plant here in the middle of the preserve, and I want the berries, and you want the berries.
Yeah.
So let's fucking kill each other. And then I'm going to cut your eyes open and, let the sun rot your head away because it's funny to me on some level.
I can't believe they would say something like that. That rape did not exist.
I tried to find other quotes because I've seen them where they go, we didn't have war before the white man, whatever else. It's like, yes, you did. You did. I mean, I guess it's a woman saying it, so maybe, do women not know that all men are rapists, basically? Or just, we've worked very hard.
Well, that's what's so insulting. Like, that means they don't consider Native American men.
Right.
Right? Like, all their rape fantasies are reserved for white men and Muslims. Yeah. And they're like, well, Native Americans, they're like a dickless teddy bear.
Yeah.
They would never rape a single soul.
I didn't want to get into the modern stats, but as I was looking it up, it's like rape on indigenous land or whatever, the
don't get in
American community.
I don't get into.
I'm just saying.
It's best not to get into FBI statistics.
If they were a perfect society at one point, it clearly is not stayed that way.
The white man's liquor's done that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they say. The white man came along and he poisoned, he gave us his horrible liquor and blah, blah, blah. All right.
You know what? I can't wait.
Fine.
I want to be... When aliens eventually come to find us, pray to God they're more advanced than us.
Yeah.
And they're not less advanced,
Yeah.
And they found us by accident. Then we get to be the noble savages.
Yeah. And we can pretend. They'll go, oh my God, they're so peaceful.
They're so peaceful. Like, what's up, everybody?
And they'll be like, wait, what happened? What happened in 1942 exactly? We're like,
nothing.
Don't even worry about it.
Nothing
at all.
That's a TV show.
Yeah, that's a fun. We have lots of stories we like to tell each other.
Yeah.
And we leave craters around.
Did you hear the one about our enormous penises?
Oh.
Do you guys have that thing here where you sexualize your noble savages? Because if you do, we're game for that.
I'm sure that's what they're coming for. They're coming for our big dicks.
Okay, was that your problem?
That's my problem. The myth
of the noble savage.
Of the noble savage.
All right, here's my problem. I need to put a trigger warning up because this is going to be very traumatic for people. I think it's you already know what it's going to be.
I already know this one's going to win next week.
Vito. It should though. This should knock out woke marketing.
No.
This is the biggest problem in the universe. I'm putting up a trigger warning. If you're disturbed by graphic imagery.
Right.
Graphic sexual imagery.
Yeah.
Look away. Only listen. Cover your eyes, even if you're driving. This is a picture from the internet that I'm showing here. I don't know if I could blow it up. This is my problem is
blow it up. That's the problem.
My problem
they've reverse blown it up.
Breast reduction surgery.
Yeah.
Look at this.
BRS.
Look at this picture of this woman on the left. Sure, she's a little chunky.
She's a little chunky.
Jesus. She's got some her triceps are a little sloppy. She's got a little bit of a gooch. I mean, she's not perfect, but oh man, she's got some big old. How big are those tits? Do you think?
Looks bigger than a D.
Much bigger than maybe F. Ooh.
Might be an F, yeah.
Middle of the alphabet. Part of the alphabet when you start saying it real fast. And she says, I don't know what she's saying in French, but it says, I'm getting a breast reduction surgery. And then on the right, it has the after picture. And she's gone from a glorious Tessa Fowler G cup pin. She's gone from a pinup that excites both men and women and does not cause any sort of back problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
To a miserable C cup. C cup on the right, but there's after surgery swelling.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's probably going to deflate to a Ripley B or so. I mean, we're in a world where I'm not. It's illegal for me to kill myself. I want to kill myself when I see this.
Yeah.
A woman and a doctor spitting into the mouth of God. For what he's, how many women there are who look like that?
Not enough.
Not enough. There's not enough. It's a small fraction. 1 out of a million. 1 out of a million, maybe less. Women that look like this, spitting into the mouth of God. And the only solution is for me to put a bullet in my fucking head, and that is illegal.
Yeah.
That part is illegal. For me to go to a doctor and get a prescription for 1 lead pill straight into my fucking temple because I'm seeing this slightly chubby woman with huge tits reducing herself to a mere to a glance, to not even a glance, like I can't, like a ghost in a modern world, and I can't do that. But this barbaric practice,
barbaric
practice, of breast slaughtering. You want to talk about noble savages? They would never do something like this. Was there any record of Comanches cutting tits off? Cutting breasts off?
I didn't find any.
And then posting about it themselves like they've scalped their own tits. Oh! What do you think about that?
This is a widespread problem, Dick.
Bro, I thought this was just going to be funny.
Yeah.
But this problem, honestly, it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing I've ever encountered. It has made me so depressed. Let me just read some stats for you before I get into my visual presentation. According to someone, 44,000 breast reduction procedures were performed during 2018. So 40. That's the entirety of Dodger Stadium.
Yeah,
mostly. Not on a sold out day, but mostly filled with bitches with huge tits, getting them reduced to nothing every year.
Wow, that's a lot. Every year?
In 2018, so I assume every year.
Yeah.
Average age at breast reduction surgery. Guess what the average age is? I'm covering up the answer.
28.
Huh. 18.
What?
Yeah. So you can't, that's the average age.
Yeah.
So you can't
oh my God, average.
Drink. You can't drink.
He's younger than 18.
Yeah. This is child abuse. This is way worse than any of that pedophile stuff. Anyone was talking. This is way worse because you're fucked forever.
Yeah.
Not just the one day.
It's like a pedophile having his way with you every single day of your life.
How to know if I searched for it. This is the first thing that came up. How to know if your teen is ready for breast reduction.
Oh God.
Now this isn't an anti-trans thing, okay?
Sure.
Because I don't care what men do with their bodies. Jump off a cliff, crap,
Yeah.
Cut your tits off. I don't. Men.
Cut your dick down the middle.
Well, no.
Well, if you got
that's
two.
what women.
Yeah.
A woman is doing that with her penis.
Okay.
I have a right to say what women do with their bodies.
Right.
Including cutting off their penises and their. But when they,
Joan goes.
It's not transphobic. That's what I want to stress.
Right. This applies to all women.
Yeah, women only. For many women, macromastia or overly large breasts, overly is more than just an aesthetic issue. It's also a health concern. They throw this. Is your teen ready for a breast reduction? It's a health concern.
There's back issues, Dick.
Dude, look, let me solve your back issues. Here it is. Look at this. Watch.
They're not going to do that.
This is all you have to do. See?
Take his
what I'm doing?
pantomiming,
I'm lifting.
pumping iron.
I'm doing just lat pull down.
Yeah.
Or some.
I don't got time for that.
Don't have time for that.
Off. Just chop them off, Dick. Save everybody the time.
Large breasts can cause discomfort and pain in the shoulders.
There you
neck,
go.
And back.
You don't want neck pain.
Yeah, you don't want. I've never met a woman with no tits who has neck pain. My goodness.
I wonder if there's a guy out there who like would request.
Can you believe that abortion clinics get firebombed when this is happening?
Yeah. People are misdirecting their anger. You think?
I'm just asking the question. Can you believe that?
Can I believe it?
What were you gonna say?
I'm wondering whether I can believe it or not. I was gonna say, are there any guys who are ever excited that their lady gets a breast reduction? Like, well, finally something manageable.
They should be in prison.
It's a very selfish.
Oh my goodness!
Procedure.
Look at this.
Like,
look at this.
Yeah.
Look what I'm looking at. Look at this chick over here. Hot as hell, right?
She looks good.
It looks good. Well, you're bisexual, so
okay.
you don't understand. This is for the fellas.
That other chick was hotter. The one you were talking about, her taint or whatever the fuck.
I was talking about a taint.
Their pelvis area.
Pelvis area.
The first girl you were showing who got the breast enhancement. I thought she looked better than this girl.
Hold on. My mouse is shut down. Oh my God! Look at the size of those cans.
Yeah.
Now watch. She's showing off her tits, having a good time, bouncing them around, getting tons of attention.
Yeah.
Look at this is the way. Look at her. The smile on her face. It's like this is what she was born to do. Desperado. Oh, and then cut to post reduction.
Is that really the same girl? Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
The Sun says, woman shows amazing results of breast reduction surgery, leaving her 2 stone. She cut off 2 stones of tits. And says
she pounds. What is that, like 5 pounds?
No, I think it's like 10.
Is it?
Yeah. Stone is a lot. Maybe 12. Look at this. Who is this?
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm looking at this video.
Well, I could understand
like,
it.
What am I doing? I could be looking at Bitcoin.
I was going to say, maybe if it was like an athlete or somebody, someone who has a reason to not want a huge chest.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, why would you take away such a thing? It's like, have you ever heard of a guy?
Like all of her other flaws are suddenly so visible.
Yeah. Before you had something else to look at.
It's like I went to a doctor and I said, Doc, I'm so funny.
Yeah.
People will not stop paying attention to me, saying, hey, tell us a joke, funny man. When are you going to do another road rage?
Yeah.
Where's your Patreon I could go? And I said, remove my sense of humor.
Take some of that away. I want to be less funny.
Take it all of it away. I mean, just.
I was going to say, no guy ever gets like a penis reduction. I mean, I guess some do if it's like massive.
If they do, they're not getting a full page in the Sun saying how amazing and empowering. Do you see what I mean? Like they're not getting.
It shouldn't be celebrated the same.
They're not getting a collection of small tittied broads and angry incels.
Is this a real celebration,
preverts,
or is this like a nudge and a wink? Like, isn't that great for her?
Woman shows amazing results of breasts. This is.
Yeah.
It's like. How come there's no guy going like, guy shows amazing results of smoking cigarettes every day and being rad? Like, what's up, kids? How do you like that? That's what they're showing here.
Yeah.
And her smile is dead. The previous smile was full of life.
You think
the life-affirming love of Christ in her tits, and now she's totally dead.
Oh, no.
What do you think about that?
Well, now maybe it's easier for her to drive a car without those big things in front of the wheel.
No, she's still got her brains all
That's true.
Up.
She's still going to crash into anybody.
What was I going to say here? No.
Breast reduction, huh?
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how common it is. I'm surprised at how young they would get it.
It's horrifying.
What time? When does a woman's breast stop growing?
They never stop growing.
Right.
They're like your ears.
I guess. Well, I'm surprised they get it so young because I thought your breasts kind of continued to.
Yeah, they still keep going. So why are they getting them in this early?
Yeah.
Like, just let it. Yeah, and you're like your 30s.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it when a man who loves you is able to talk some sense into you, and not this fucking global pedophile organization that's trying to chop your tits off that God gave you.
Boy, for some strange reason.
So I asked people to send me their examples of breast reduction surgery.
There's too many examples here.
No, it gets worse. And I got, every time I ask for examples, I get like 20 guys of showing me how funny they are.
Yeah.
Which also makes me want to kill myself. But again, illegal.
Right.
For me to do that. I can't have a head reduction surgery.
Right.
But they can have a right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I wish my head could be smaller, but I don't get that.
I wish my neck could be smaller.
Yeah.
Right? I'll just keep going until it's small enough.
I think you got a fine neck.
Thank you. So somebody told me to search for breast reduction surgery on TikTok because that's where kids are.
Yeah, that's true.
Why can't you watch it? Is there something uncomfortable about this? Look at this. I don't know how old this broad is. I mean, I assume she's 18 because that's the average age. Let me turn down the.
Oh my God! And look at the comments.
Okay, pre-post op. She went from a 38 DDD, pretty good. She's got a little. She obviously doesn't work out. Let me put it delicately, because none of them work out.
You think that would be what they need? You think that would change?
I carry around 200 to 220 pounds on me, and I'm not fucking complaining about my sore neck and back and shoulders every day. I guarantee my arms are heavier than their tits.
Yeah.
And you don't hear me complaining about my enormous arms that I have to lug around, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at this. 38 DDD.
Wow.
Oh, shit. It's too loud. Let me crank that down a little bit. Sorry, everybody.
It's all right.
38 TDD, obviously 18. Oh, mama mia. Oh, mama.
Finally lift my arms with no nips.
No, my God, they get the lines on it. Oh, sweet mama.
Wanted to wear this top in public.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I'm emotional.
Vito, she's wearing a crucifix.
She did it for Jesus.
She's wearing a fucking crucifix.
She sacrificed those beautiful 38 triple Ds.
Am I making 32K? Look at this. Look at this broad. Also, look at the size of her.
She's a tiny lady.
No, look at this.
Oh, and that
I would need 3 arms to give her a hug.
she looks like 5 foot something though.
Yeah, way too big. All I'm saying is there's a better way. And there's a concerted effort from plastic surgeons to put, like, remember in the 80s, they were pushing boob enlargements dangerously and cosmetic surgery aggressively.
Yeah.
Now they're pitching this aggressively.
They never want you to be, they never want you to be satisfied. They want you to be discussed with your body no matter where it goes.
Yeah, and they're targeting these
make
poor,
money. Yeah.
They're targeting these. Somebody needs to make like a preserve for these girls. These 18-year-old girls with huge, to keep them safe, like a nature preserve.
From anyone who might tell them to change their bodies in a way that is displeasing to men.
Yeah, we cut off the internet.
Yeah, not the tits, the internet.
Cut off the internet, not the tits. Yeah.
Cut off content.
Look at this. Watch. Don't please call the suicide hotline if you're having any kind of thoughts watching this video. Just rapping. Oh no! And she did her makeup to try to sell it. She did her makeup poorly, like it's all smudged and it doesn't match the rest of her fucking skin because she's a child.
Dick Masterson, a beauty show pageant.
Yes, because it's the best and easiest way to make women feel bad.
You should have a dick show beauty pageant. Get like 10 girls and judge. I feel like you would be an excellent judge of women.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel that would be a good show.
I've been telling him that for years.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! Look at this one. No, God! Oh, no! Oh, God! Does this make you feel in the same way that it makes me feel? I wish I was dead.
Well, I feel like, there's so many other women out there who aren't making these. If it was a trend, a true trend, I could be.
It's a hashtag.
It is a hashtag.
That one broad had 8 million. There are, and all the comments are like,
I think most young girls hear loud from the media, you know, your breasts need to be larger. What are you doing?
yeah.
I feel like we've done a good job as men of getting that message out there. Now, some of these crazier broads are slipping through our fingers, but
We've been fucking around.
yeah, you think?
Yeah, we've been
You think
fucking
we're losing
around.
out?
We've been fucking around talking about the wrong stuff, and now girls are thinking like, oh, maybe I should
You
get
know
my
what?
tits
You're
chopped
right,
off.
because the cartoons, they don't have big titties anymore, and we're taking big titties out of the video games, and now women are thinking big titties are not what God intended, what God wanted. Even if He didn't give it to you, He gave you the ability to achieve it and obtain it.
It's the biggest problem in the universe.
So why would you shrink it?
Yeah. Okay.
Titty erasure in general.
No, breast reduction.
Well, I might bring that one in.
Reduction. Go ahead.
I might.
I could talk about it all day.
They are trying to normalize the small titty, and I don't know who's pushing this.
America.
The doctors, the
You think
surgeons.
so?
I don't know.
You're talking about like Japanese games coming over and they don't have huge tits. Like they
Or just
cut
like-
Mai out of Smash
Or
Brothers.
like fucking Mortal Kombat. They made all the characters, you're not allowed to see their tits, and you're like, dude, it's Mortal Kombat. Come on. You used to have like skimpy outfits, and
Yeah.
you can fucking cut a guy's dick off in the fucking game, but I can't see a big tit.
What are you what are you stopping?
Yeah.
Do you think do you have such disdain for your audience? Do you think that men are guilty about indulging in games that are overtly sexual? Because you might be right. And that is sad.
It's a really weird situation where I want to talk to that Ethan Van Shiver guy. You said he's been on your show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like comic books. I'm like, I remember comic books used to be like, yeah, man. Oh, man, this is hot. Fucking that rogue chick from the X-Men. I'd fuck the shit out of her or whatever. Because you understood that like young men were reading these things.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I'm
And
making
it looks better.
Yeah.
Like they don't make them too big.
No, but like they make them
not
like,
like,
oh, cool. There was some like, I remember there's some comic book covers where you're like, oh my God, can't let mom see that one.
Yeah, right.
Yay. And now it's like it's like the comics aren't even made for the audience. I'm like, who are these
They're like
for?
Steven Universe.
Yeah, exactly. There's no big titties. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm like a 14-year-old kid at a newsstand, I'm just going to buy some manga.
Yeah.
Manga's outselling comics like crazy because you just get big old titties and everybody's fighting and it's cool. Superman's not kissing his boyfriend, which is fucking, I'm all sure it's the future. I get it. But like,
yeah, but like, don't you think it's weird that it's the writers or like the artists, like it looks like him?
It is really
Don't you think
weird.
that's a little bit
All of
weird?
It's really
It's
weird.
like, all right, Superman's got a boyfriend, huh? Oh, the
Kinda
boyfriend
looks
looks
like the guy who
exactly
made
like the artist. I don't like. Now I feel like I'm in some guy's like weird gay fanfic. I don't like that.
But again, I think about being like a 15-year-old kid at the Barnes and Noble, and I'm like, well, I can either get like one of these crazy Japanese comics where everybody's fucking the shit out of each other,
Yeah.
or I can get Superman kissing his boyfriend. It seems like there's a clear audience for those. I don't know, man.
I don't know. All I'm saying is we need to stop women from having control over their bodies.
We need to stop letting the media make small breasts normal.
Yeah, and you
not
can't
normal.
advertise for this shit. No
Yeah.
way. If I can't advertise for cigarettes and stuff, no fucking way.
It's damaging their bodies.
Well, they can't smoke.
Yeah.
These fucking girls cannot smoke a cigarette or have a couple shots with a nice guy to bar wants to get them wasted, but they can do permanent disfiguring, and it is fucking disfiguring.
There's a lot of disfigurement these days.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot of trouble.
What's your problem?
Dick, you know what I hate?
What?
A lot of things. One thing I hate, high on my list, are Funko fucking Pops.
Oh, yeah. I hate
I finally got to talk about this. My problem is Funko Pops. Dick,
All right.
we're past the point of no return with these fucking things. We don't need them.
Yeah.
They're not cool. They're not interesting. Anyone who owns one is stupid.
Yeah.
And they're fucking everywhere. The other day I was out and about in my neighborhood. There was a cool little late night craft fair, street fair, people selling T-shirts and pins and stuff that they made.
Okay.
One guy's booth was just Funko Pop figurines.
Just like
not even like
plastic
custom
shit.
ones, just like ones he brought from his house. Because they're fucking everywhere. Everywhere I go are these stupid little soulless plastic nightmares.
A reductionist, like,
It feels like a
portrait
joke.
of our pop culture. It really does. It does.
It's like, what could you reduce it down to just like the colors of Mickey Mouse and just sell that? Like, it's taking something, stripping any personality
from it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here's a hunk of plastic that is labeled Mickey Mouse.
We did this so that we could make
Yeah.
more of them for you.
Yeah.
So it's easier for us to change.
Exactly. They look
And rejigger.
exactly the same. They all have like the same pose, basically. They're just like kind of standing there. Or maybe like one of them will fold his arms or something stupid. And they're just staring into your soul. And you're like, who wants this? Who says, I want to take my favorite TV show or, a cartoon character and just have like a really shitty, ugly version of it that stares at me with a blank expression all day long for infinity.
Yeah.
But
But would you want one of you?
I have one of me.
A what?
Somebody sent me one as a joke.
Did they make it?
Yeah.
You can make your own Funko Pop?
Well, not like through the company, but you can.
Oh, they made it like a homemade
yeah,
one.
because
Okay.
they're aware that I hate these things, and
Oh,
they thought it
yeah.
would be funny to send me
Okay.
one of
That is
myself.
funny.
And it is funny, and that was a good joke. But if I got offered one, like, hey, you're like a big time guy, do you want a Funko Pop? I hope I could put a line in the sand and say no. Like
Why?
if I created like a popular comic series or something like
Yeah.
that, I'd say no.
People like it though.
Yeah, but why do they like it? Here's why they like it. They like it because they're dumb and they're stupid. And this is the first time. Look, I have like stupid little toys and stuff around my house, like little figures or whatever. But I have ones where like a guy who probably was like kind of interested in the show, like had to sat down and make like a thing that kind of looked like the show and had like some personality, knew it would appeal to him. He didn't just go to like Adobe Illustrator and his stock fucking template and go, all right, this one guy wears a red shirt and it's Freddie Mercury, so I'll give him a little mustache. Okay, there's Freddie Mercury, the fucking Funko Pop.
Are you talking about my $6 million
look,
man, my $20 million man one, or
yeah,
what?
but that has like actual work put into it.
Somebody drew a mullet down the back.
Yeah, they nailed it. I don't know who has these things or why or what purpose they serve. They're just such trash.
So do you like action figures?
I think, some action figures.
What collectibles are you into?
I have like some like random like anime statue type shit that I've won
Like the
from
big
like
boobs ones?
Yeah, with like huge boobs. No one's jerking off to a Funko Pop. Let's put it that way.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, if you're looking for,
are we at a November yet? Oh, not yet. We got a couple days. We could blow it all
all these
over.
people like
Rick and
shit
Morty
on
Funko
modern
Pop.
art, of like being soulless and whatever else. Well, that's what the Funko Pop is. It's reductive bullshit. It's Andy Warhol's like, well, you can just take a Campbell soup can and sell it to morons. It's like, yeah, I guess you could do that. You could just take a thing and like it kind of looks like Michael Jordan. And you put the
They
word
have a Michael Jordan Funko Pop?
Yeah, of course they have a Michael Jordan Funko Pop. Are you fucking kidding me? They probably have. That's the other thing is they don't just make one Michael Jordan
They
Funko
make like
Pop.
1,000.
There's like 20 Michael Jordan Funko Pops.
Yeah.
You know The Office, the show The Office? Of course you do.
Yeah.
They have Funko Pops for literally every single costume the characters ever wore in any sketch. Like remember when Dwight comes to face off the dummy?
I didn't watch that show.
Okay. Well, they'll just have like one episode.
Because I'm a better person than the people
Sure,
who did.
sure. Well, I'm trying to think,
make
what
that
shows
clear.
do you watch?
Only Mad Men.
Yeah,
Is there
okay.
a Don Draper Funko Pop?
Actually, I'm not sure. I assume if there's not, there's
Let me
probably
see.
a custom one.
Let me see.
I bet there is a Madman fucking Funko Pop. Don Draper.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Oh
Yup.
my God, there is.
Hold on, but let's see. Are there more than one?
It's the entire Mad Men, Funko Pop.
Well, because they'll have like
series.
Don Draper, and then they'll have like Don Draper in Hawaiian, shirt or whatever, or Don
my
Draper
God, they
in
got 'em
army
all.
fatigues.
Rod Sterling, Peggy Olson. Oh God, I really hate Funko Pops, and I can't explain why.
Well, here's why. Why? Let's say you're a fan of something, right?
Okay,
And I guess you want to like demonstrate to people around you that you're a fan of a
but
thing.
I've committed at least $12 to
Yeah,
being a fan.
that's
of this
your
thing.
identity is that you watched a television show, and the best way you can think to represent that is not to go, well, this episode, why don't you have a discussion about the episodes, or maybe no, I want to put trash on my shelf so that somebody comes over.
It is though.
You could find, if you really like Mad Men, which is fine, you could find some paraphernalia associated with the show. Why don't you get like a poster or something with like a little bit of class instead of, I found this bargain basement plastic bullshit in a fucking thrift store, probably on clearance for $5.99 a piece, and I lined them up on a wall to stare at me soullessly every day for the rest of my life.
So I could bring people in like a fucking monster. Come look at my. What's yours look like? I think that I don't want that interaction with people.
You don't want to talk about things you enjoy?
Yeah.
Or be forced, confront
I don't want,
people
I'm
with
not
it?
like, because I think the reason I have such contempt for this and things like it is because I think that putting that desire to have a connection with people on
the
display,
basis of media that we have,
period,
Yeah.
on anything, because you can have like a piece of artwork or whatever, putting it out there so needily, I think it evokes a feeling of contempt from me, which is not a good thing, I'm saying. But that's why I despise Funko Pops so much, because it makes it so easy for those people to connect. And I'm probably also jealous that they can connect so easily over this goddamn thing that costs $5.95.
Well, that's the other thing.
$11.99.
Are you buying a Funko Pop for yourself? Like, do you take it off the shelf and look, it looks like every other one? No, it really is just like a way to say, yes, I've watched that television show. Because there's nothing to admire or like anything intricate or artistic about it.
You didn't even build it like Legos.
You could have just wrote Mad Men on a piece of paper and stapled it to your wall, and it would have the exact same.
Well, not the exact same. I think that throw people off.
They go, what is that about? And you go, oh, I like Mad Men. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah. There you go.
But it's so empty, and there's nothing there to admire or enjoy. I really don't think I've never met anybody who was like a Funko Pop who goes, look at how cool this one is.
How old are Funko Pop people? Because I used to be an action figure collector. Like I had posters in my 20s.
Yeah. The ones I meet seem to be like 30s.
Jeez, that's too old.
20s and 30s, pretty
20s,
much.
I give you 20s.
Mid-20s.
Right. It's $12.
Well, that's the other thing is their baby's first collectible. It's like rather than...
And hopefully last.
I don't know.
I do.
As a guy, look, all right, I'm a graphic designer. That's always my excuse for surrounding myself with colorful bullshit is I'm like, it informs my work to be able to look at something and be like, oh, okay, that kind of has a style and a color or whatever.
So your collectibles are better than Funko
my collectibles, I think, all of my collectibles have thought put into them. I don't just buy garbage, except for the.
You have to think of which outfit you want your office gym to wear.
No. You just show up and you have $100 and you can leave the store with 1,000 of these things because they're always in these. There was a shop in my.
I bet girls like them though.
Yeah, because girls are stupid.
Yeah, so
you buy one for your girlfriend?
No, for you. And then a girl sees it and she's like, oh, I noticed you have a Don Draper.
I like your
Mad Men. Why?
Funko Pop. If any relationship has ever been formed on Funko Pops, my God, there probably is just like people out there.
What is better than that? Like, give me a basis of a relationship that's better than some fucking mass-produced pop culture plastic piece of shit.
I don't know, man.
Is there a Patrick Bateman Funko?
That's a great question. Let's see.
Funko Pop.
What do they not have?
No, because they got somebody in R&D like me right now just Googling shit all day.
Funko Pop movies. Yeah, look, see, they have multiple ones. You can get them with the axe or with the bloody axe.
Oh, dude, these are cool.
And then you're gonna go no, it's not cool. What are you talking about?
It's cool. You can have two little guys. You only get to pick two. I'll have a little Patrick Bateman and Don Draper. Boom, done.
How would you even know that it's Patrick Bateman? They all look the fucking same.
Well, yeah, but somebody's going to know that it's a Funko Pop, and then they're going to ask, like, I've noticed that you have a Funko Pop.
I guarantee
Can you tell me a little more about
if I
it?
ripped the head off that and he didn't have the axe and the raincoat, you would have no fucking idea who it's supposed to be.
It's not a good expression. I'll give you that.
It doesn't. It's nothing. That's not a thing.
Are you just jealous that you're collecting like nerd culture is being sold effectively?
I am annoyed that the average consumer has decided that craftsmanship and artistic expression. I just bought those. Have you seen those fancy Final Fantasy VII action figures they make?
No. Let me. Oops. Let's see.
Look up Play Arts Final Fantasy.
Play Arts Final Fantasy. Okay. You bought one of these?
Yeah, click on.
I'm not buying
Go to the Square Enix store.
With the small tits on this one.
No. Go to the Square Enix store.
This one, the first one?
No, go to
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
They'll have all of them, I think. These.
It's Sora.
Well, they got Cloud and everybody. Where's Cloud? He's gonna be on that page.
They got Eric.
Yeah, you can look at it. You can look at Eric. Look, there's Cloud with the fucking motorcycle. Okay,
right.
so here I can recognize.
This is good. This is acceptable for you.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think this cost $400 for them to make,
okay,
or you think they
that's
just
the one with the motorcycle?
monopoly
You don't have
priced
to get the motorcycle.
to fucking retards?
No, but look at the fucking. You can actually tell who it is. It looks like it came straight out of the fucking game.
It's the same as just writing a label on it and putting it up there.
This is cool. This is something you could take down and like actually look at and admire the craftsmanship
Take a bath
and the
with
detail. Yeah, sure. You can actually admire that it kind of looks like a thing. Look, I'm not saying it's
still
for
an
everybody.
Injection molded piece of shit. Actually, I think the Funko Pops are better because you have to look at it for a little bit to figure out what it is.
No.
Yes, that's the point of them. It's like, oh, a Funko Pop. Who could that be? And it's like a 3D eye poster. It's Rick and Morty, isn't it?
This is, it's
Kevin from The Office with his chili.
If you actually care about a franchise like that, you think it's so much of a part of your life that it belongs in your home. Are you limited though to $12 to represent that? Going, oh my God, Mad Men influenced my life and it's such an important thing, but I can't spend more than $12 on a thing to put here. No.
Yeah, that's why I have liquor out.
In fact, if you really care about a franchise, okay, and it really has impacted your life or had some sort of influence on your work, as these things have. I'm very happy to have. It does. What? I'm a fucking graphic designer.
My work, I'm saying.
My work.
Yeah, Mad Men has really influenced my work.
Mad Men has influenced my work. Final Fantasy has influenced my work. And it is okay for media to have played a role in your life that is meaningful. But if you represent your connection to that media through the cheapest, most ugly thing you can find, what does that say about your connection to that media?
I just think you're hating on
manufactured bullshit that it's ultimately meaningless.
It's like a guy who's really into baseball shitting on football. It's like, what?
No. This is about not settling for, well, again, why don't we just, fine, I'm going to sell Mad Men, I'm going to sell Pokemon, and I'm just going to write Pikachu on a piece of paper, I'm going to sell it for $5. It's cheaper than a Funko Pop.
Who's going to buy
and
that?
And then you got a Pikachu. Why? Oh, do I have to make it look like, do I got to color it yellow so it resembles Pikachu?
I don't know, I just don't think you can find a buyer for $5 for your stupid Pikachu thing.
Well, for you, fuck this
How
shit.
is this different than NFTs? Like Stone Toss is NFTs.
I was going to say NFTs are a value. How
are they not exactly like?
They're completely different.
Because you want to sell yours.
Hey man, those flirks are going to the moon.
I think so too. I'm giving some away.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/The Dick Show. I know. I got too drunk and I bought too many.
I got to get Frank Castle to buy this one off me. Point is, regardless of your connection to any piece of media, it's stupid to represent it through the cheapest, most ugly thing you can find.
Okay.
I'm sad that people have been forced to, was there a huge dip in viewers as we talked about?
That's probably a goof.
That looks like a goof,
spike.
yeah. It's like second Vito starts talking about action figures.
I want a Funko Pop.
Of what?
I didn't know there was Don Draper ones and Patrick Bateman ones.
Oh my God, if you buy a Funko Pop, we're not allowed to be friends anymore.
I just think it would be cool.
How is it cool? The Don Draper one is just a guy in a suit. It doesn't even look like Don Draper.
Yeah, that's why it's cool.
This is bullshit.
What does he have?
It's so stupid. What does he
have?
Does he have a little Dick Whitman card?
Maybe he does.
No, it's just
He's smoking a cigarette.
Oh, okay. So that way you know it's Don Draper.
It's pretty cool. He's got a whiskey glass too.
That could be fucking anyone.
Look at that. That's
like
cool.
Shit.
He could have a little hat, I guess.
Don Draper. That's the thing. You have to keep him in the box. You can't even take him out of the box because then nobody knows who the fuck they are.
I'll take him out of the box.
Yeah, and then you'll put it on a shelf and I'll go, I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Look, they show the back. In case your purchase decision was like, well, let me take a look at the back. Oh, yeah, okay.
Get his butt
all
right. Yeah. Get Don Draper's tiny plastic
that's
butt.
looking good.
I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I can't accept these things.
And the idea collectibles are better.
That people pay absorbent amounts of money for them.
That's not exorbitant. Yours is exorbitant. $400 for that cloud thing?
That thing had they put like a lot of shit in that box.
Well, what?
You get a bunch of
Fucking
accessories and
two
shit.
Buster Swords.
It's made of like premium materials. A lot of time goes into actually fucking sculpting the
Is
thing.
it made out of cocaine?
This thing, look, they probably prototype this thing in less than a day. They go, we got to make Don Draper. Just pull one of our guys off the shelf, move the tie a little bit, put a glass in his hand. All right, there, you did it. Now let's print 1 million of these.
It looks pretty cool.
It looks like shit.
You talked me into liking them.
Funko Pops are shit.
All right, is that the show
That's
for
the
today?
show,
What are our
man.
problems?
Myth of the Noble Savage.
Myth of the Noble Savage, Funko Pops, cash bail, and breast reduction surgery. Go to biggestproblem.show to vote on them right now. I'm gonna put that up in like 5 minutes. Go to patreon.com/biggestproblem to support the show.
And listen to bonus episodes.
Thank you all. Let's do voicemails now. I know we've got that out of our system.
Hey, Dick. Hey, Vito.
Hi.
I'm calling because while initially thinking Dick's problem of finger pain was the dumbest shit I had ever heard, I recently sprained my index finger at work on my predominant hand.
Fuck you.
And now, for some reason, both of my hands ache all the time.
I'm sorry. What hand?
Predominant?
Predominant hand?
Yeah.
Dominant hand? Or predominant hand?
Wait, what does predominant mean?
Not that.
Oh.
All right, here.
And it's the worst shit in human history. So, for the love of God, if you haven't suffered from finger pain, it is actually the biggest problem in the universe, and go vote it up.
Thank
Peace out,
you.
guys.
Because
I guess predominant is
metaphysical.
more. Yeah. My predominant hand, like the hand to rule all other hands.
Yeah, the ring. Okay.
I what do you call it? I sliced my finger the other day with scissors, and I thought about what is that, finger pain?
Yeah, finger pain.
I think I would have been mad if I sliced any part of my body with the scissors.
Finger pain's worse.
It's annoying.
I would rather slice all up and down my arm than my fingers. I picked up my laptop wrong like 3 months ago and was supporting too much of the weight with my pinky. Now my pinky's shot.
My pinky's shot.
Forever. Hasn't been the same. Yeah.
It's never going to bounce
I
back.
can't even jerk off with it right. Sucks. Okay.
Hey, fellas.
Hi.
I don't know why you introed it like that. All the talk about, the fucking secret pedophile codes and shit reminded me. You should look up the music video for Oh Yeah by Yellow. That's the song from Ferris Bueller that plays when he's looking at his dad's car.
Oh,
yeah. Like the fucking sexy, like, oh, yeah. Just do me a favor and watch that music video. Just try to tell me that that's not proof of a global pedophile conspiracy.
I don't think that's the music.
All right, love you, boys. Bye.
No, we're not going to do that now. But
the guy who played the principal ended up being a part of the conspiracy. No, not C. It doesn't mean anything.
Wait a minute, guys. There is a global pedophile conspiracy.
It's just not secret, stupid codes that they are printing.
It's not expressed in triangle spiragraphs.
Yeah. I had somebody arguing. I should have brought in those comments on the video. Somebody was like, "Oh, so you didn't hear that? Like, the guy in charge of Disney did this, this, or this?" And I'm like, so. In addition to that, at some point during the making of the movie Atlantis, he went and he said, "Can you put a little triangle spiral so all my pedophile friends know that I got their back?" Like, I'm not saying that these guys don't exist. I just don't think they're sneaking little messages into your cartoon.
Well, it's like, okay, so you're really into marijuana when it was
Yeah.
illegal, right? So you sneak a secret message into other marijuana guys, like, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke.
What?
Where they secretly snuck in all these pro-marijuana messages in, like...
I just think if there's a code system, it's going to be a lot more complex than put a spiral on his shirt so everybody knows to touch kids.
It's just like encrypted emails. Hey, what's up, pedophile?
Yeah.
Okay, one more, and then we'll do super chats.
Hey, the biggest problem in the universe is timeline clutter. It's like on Twitter or Instagram. Like if you're on Instagram, it's the reels, and if you're on Twitter, it's like, oh, so and so you follow like this, or it's the promoted tweets or anything. It's like it just clutters your feed. Like I want to follow these people, have them in my feed. I don't want anything else in my feed at all. And that's why Twitter and Instagram timeline clutter is the biggest problem in the universe.
Get off your phone. touch grass.
Yeah. Man, that
Not a problem.
Facebook added those like little short videos, and I found myself watching them for like 20 minutes, and then I went, "Oh God, this fucking works, huh?"
Yeah.
Like that TikTok shit. Because you're like, "Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's," and then you eventually realize you're like, "Oh, my fucking simian brain is just taking over watching stupid, meaningless tripe,
Yeah.
over and over."
Okay. Do you want to read these? Can you read from that far away?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. We have Shin Chan 256B was with a woman who had the triple D. Later in life, she got that bariatric surgery.
Barbaric surgery.
Barbaric
surgery.
Wait, what's bariatric surgery?
Like a stomach thing, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're in. To get C-cups barbaric surgery, she showed and told me that her right nipple lost all feeling afterwards. She regretted it. These doctors should be noble savage American. Thank you for Shinchan with the $20.
They should be in jail.
The doctor.
I can't go down the street and just start cutting people's tits off. So why can a doctor do it?
Well, I mean, I'm not allowed to go down the street and cut people's appendixes out, technically.
If it was blowing up in them and you had to get it out, I think you think
you'd get away with it.
They would let you get away with it. You say, like, I knew the appendix was rupturing. I had to get it out. I called 911, but I had to get it out. They'd be like, you know what? That was a self-defense.
Thank you, sir.
You're Rittenhouse.
Self-defense situation.
Get out of here, you scamp.
Beautiful. We have Jayhawk DX for $9.99. Says Mal wasn't Mai wasn't cut out of Smash just because of her breasts. Her entire outfit is pretty risque. Were you guys arguing in the comments about this? Pyra and Mithra were censored just for showing their nice bare legs. They've done this a number of times. Yeah, do you know Mai from King of Fighters, the fighting character? Okay, you're looking at me like, of course. Of course. Well, they obviously she's very well known for her bouncing breasts in these games, but Smash Brothers
cut them out.
Well, it's kind of a kid-friendly game, is
because
what they've
Pac-Man would have blowed enormous erections.
Yeah,
like
why can't kids see jumbling breasts though? They've seen them their whole life growing up. That's the whole point. It's not like you as a kid forget about bouncing breasts in your face.
You're not going to trick them into liking big tits.
Exactly.
We can't let these kids see. We can't let these kids see what they see during football games.
Yeah, we can't let them see a thing that instinctively they're attracted towards, regardless.
Or not.
Or not. Yeah, either way. If they're into it, they're into it. If they're not, they're not. They're not going to. I don't know, man.
Big Gay is worried that we're going to reprogram their little gay lords.
Yeah. Well, they were trying so hard to turn the kids gay, and we keep thwarting them.
Okay, last one.
Cyberganic says, I dated a girl once, and she literally had over 200 Funko Pops. Pops, Jesus, just stacked in her living room.
That one's on you.
That can't. Plus another 50 or so on a wall. So 200 Funko Pops. See, that's the worst part.
It's like $2,000.
It's an infection. Yeah. Well, once they buy, people say they buy a couple, and then I don't know. Some just these soulless characters staring at you. You go, I need more of these motherfuckers.
I could be good with two.
Looking at me. I have two. One of me, and one is a Captain Marvel Funko Pop I bought to burn because it was funny.
Okay, so you do have Funko Pops.
It's on what I set on fire.
You have the same amount as me that I had in my imagination, and you shit all over me.
One of them is a custom one of me.
How is that different?
And the other one is a joke one that I got to set on fire for video.
And you couldn't do it because the craftsmanship is so good.
No, I did set it on fire. I set it on fire, and then I took the charred remains and I put it back in the box because it's funny to me.
That's a bit much.
That's a bit much.
Burning a woman, an effigy of a woman.
I wanted to have a whole YouTube channel that was just buying whatever the most popular pop figure was that month and setting it on fire, but
it's a good idea.
People weren't into it for some reason. I think maybe I got too melodramatic with it. I put like sad music over it. I should have had more exciting music.
Yeah, or you could have like a pick the way they die thing.
Let's do it. I'll bring it back. I just don't have a place to burn stuff.
Oh, so we're buying Funko Pops now, but we're destroying them?
If we're destroying them,
better.
it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Because that's funny.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.